Hey guys, I'm back again, continuing this series thing I'm doing where I'm redesigning characters from MLP just based on who I feel like drawing or your suggestions. And last time a lot of people suggested Luna, so I haven't actually drawn Luna before besides like random sketches in the past, just like traditionally. So I thought, heck it, okay, I'll do Luna. This one was actually a bit of a doozy because I kind of went into it with the same mindset that I did when I did like Pinkie Pie and Twilight. And that is to say, like, those two were way quicker to draw because they're a lot less complex, especially Pinkie Pie. So I went into it and I was like, yep, Luna in an hour, let's go. And it ended up being longer than that, obviously. And I actually, like, halfway through lining it, I completely lost motivation entirely. Like, it dropped off so hard, it was actually kind of impressive. I don't think I've ever had that happen, like, that insane. Like, it was just very dramatic. I was like, wow, like, I just suddenly just didn't care at all. I was like, okay, I don't want to draw now. I'm completely done. So I thought, okay, well, I don't want to do that. But then a few days later, I came back to it and I decided to sort of rejig the sketch and redo some of the proportions and just start again. And that's what I did, and it turned out pretty good. So here's the me starting again thing. At first, when I first started drawing her, I was going for like a Pegasus sort of look. Like I know it's not really like however the sisters came to be in the show is not told to us as far as I can remember. I haven't watched the entire thing yet, but the only thing that's said at one point is when like Florrie Hart is born or something, and they're like, oh, we've never seen this before, a true born alicorn. So all we know really is that they weren't born alicorns, though I know some people don't like that idea either. I'm kind of impartial to it. I don't care, because I don't know, it's like, I think there are lots of ways you could go about it, but I decided whether or not she was born as a unicorn or a Pegasus and then was like ascended to an alicorn. You could go either way with this. The point is, I just wanted her to be, in the end, I wanted her to be more unicorn coded. Because originally I was doing Pegasus, but as I was drawing it the first time, I was like, I don't know, it wasn't really working for me. Because I realized, because I was also keeping Celestia in mind for this as well, because she's like kind of a counterpart. I don't know, she like they're two halves, they're kind of together. So I thought she would probably be working better. She would work better as a Pegasus, to be honest, or Pegasus coded, I mean, because of the feathering and they're kind of sharper looking. So I could do like more of that in her design, which is like more like the sun. Whereas with Luna, if I did more of a unicorn thing, I could do more with like, apparently someone told me that the things on the hooves, the fur or whatever, is called feathering, ironically. So yeah, I could do that and not have it like feathers and have it something else, which was perfect because when I was drawing this, one of the things I really struggled with was what to do with her hair. I didn't know how to stylize it. I didn't know what I wanted to do with it exactly. I wanted it, all I knew is that I kind of wanted it to be shorter than Celestia's would be. I wanted it to be way more like modest, I guess. But I didn't know, it's like, should I make it more like normal hair? Like how, like, do I portray this like as the magical hair like in the show? I'm not sure. How does that work in my head? Because like often when I draw stuff, I like to imagine how these characters also move, of course. So I was just struggling with how I wanted to do that. So in the end, I sort of went with this celestial look. Like, just, I guess, kind of like a galaxy. Like, I don't know, like Luna's like tranquility and quiet and stuff. So that's also like water, I guess. So that's kind of what I was thinking. Like even ice, really, because the space is cold, so that's kind of just what I associate it with. So I was like, okay, so I'll just make her hair like spacey and watery, and it flows around and stuff. So I also just made it short as well, so like I don't know how, like, can she cut that? I don't know. What is it? Where does the hair start and where does the space start? I don't know, but I quite like how it looks. So I also sort of did that on the feathering on her hooves. I made it so the spacey look as well. The other thing was her wings. Originally I was going to go with like half feathered, half like bat wing, which is like what a lot of people do. Or they just do, it's like inspired by like the Nightmare Moon thing. So like people are like, oh yeah, she's like still has traits over from when she turned into Nightmare Moon. So I was like, yep, I like that idea, that's cool. But yeah, I was originally going to go with both the feathering and the bat wing together, but I tried it and I didn't really like it that much. It wasn't working, so I decided to do completely like the dragon bat wing thing, but I made the shape of the wing sort of to like shaped sort of like feathers, or not completely, like it just has a different shape, which I do in a lot of my characters, to be honest. So yeah, I really like making sort of different shaped wings like that. So yeah, I think it works. I like it. Then of course, I didn't want her to be naked. I really wanted this design to look very, what do you call it? Like, not like royal, like godlike, celestial. So, you know, I wanted to add lots of jewelry, of course, and it was kind of just random, like, but I did the separate layer for that on the sketch layer with the bread, so it wasn't confusing, because, oh my gosh, like, this design, yeah, when I went into it second time, I was like, yeah, this is it's a bit more complex. So I actually took my time with it. Not to say I don't take my time with the other ones, but, like, I was just in a different mindset. Yeah, so the jewelry, I always put it on a separate layer. I've been starting to do that actually with a lot of my drawings, where I just separate the line art layers a lot. It just helps. It makes it less confusing, especially with designs that are complex. But yeah, with the jewelry, obviously it chose silver as a color, lots of beads and stuff with the little moon symbols. Oh yeah, and the antennas and her horn. The antennas, again, like I said in the Twilight video I did, was taken over from my original universe, Arcadia, where the equines in that universe have, like, the unicorn variant, they have like these antenna things, so I just carry them over because I like them. There's no really other reason than that. I just do that. And then with the horn, originally I was gonna just have like a backwards facing horn, but I saw this redesign on by some other artist, Bishop Pony. I am doing that off the top of my head. I'll put them on screen. They did a redesign of Luna, and they had like the horn as like the actual like moon shape, and I thought that was really cool. And originally like I saw it a bit ago and I was like, oh cool, but then I wasn't going to do it, but then I was like, okay, actually I kind of want to try it, so I put that in. So credit to them for that idea. I'm pretty sure other people have done it in the past, but that's the one I saw it from, so yeah. Actually, then with the colors, obviously dark colors. I think like the original design of Luna in the show does a pretty decent job of like having, I don't know, representing the moon and the night. Like, she's got the sparkly night sky hair and she's a darker color. Unlike Celestia, which I think a lot of people can agree doesn't really make any sense. For like it could be a lot better, which I will probably get to, because I do want to draw Celestia. But anyway, so yeah, her original design does a pretty decent job, but obviously I'm redesigning her and with my own twist, so here we go. So yeah, I made her a lot darker because, I don't know, I think it looks nice, and then like she's almost black on some parts, like I put like the markings on her, and especially on her legs, so that like a spacey look for her hoof feathering thing could just be like the dark night sky. I really like drawing effects like this, glowy stuff, so this was a lot of fun, to be honest. And yeah, obviously I wanted to have the hair glow as well, so I added a glow to it. And then with her, like, I said in the other two videos that I've done, and this is going to be a thing, obviously, it's going to be consistent, I don't really do cutie marks, and I've said my reasoning for that. So it's up to you guys if the moon on her butt is a birthmark or something, because she's like basically a demigod, so yeah, or it's painted on. Same with like the one on her cheek that I added. Though definitely I think the highlight of her, like I guess it's eyeshadow, is eyeshadow. Like this horse is definitely wearing makeup. Her royal attire, okay. Then as well, oh gosh, what was I gonna say? Oh shit, oh god, what was it? I don't freaking remember what I was gonna say. Oh well, it'll come back to me. But yeah, then in terms of like her physical, like, I don't know, obviously I assume like Luna's shorter than Celestia. That's definitely a thing. I think a lot of people agree on that. And she's slim and small and yeah, but obviously an Alicon, so she's bigger than a lot of the other normal ass horses. Then obviously added constellations. I thought it was kind of like, I just thought of it halfway through. I was like, oh wait, yeah, constellations between her little freckle star things. That's perfect, yes. So I did that. Lots and lots of sparkles all over her. Look, I just went kind of ham on this design with sparkles and stuff. I really like adding that sort of thing, so I had a lot of fun with this. Oh yeah, then I struggled a lot with like what I exactly wanted to do with the color of her wings and stuff, and because it just, like I really liked the galaxy look on the hair and all that, but then with like, it just looked really dull in between. Like the legs look nice, the body looks nice, but then I didn't know what to do with the wings. I was like, I needed to put something on the wings. So originally I tried to do like the galaxy look on the dorsal side, but I was like, I don't know if it's really working for me. Especially because it was too concentrated. It's supposed to be random. Like, I had it at the tips of the wings, and it just seemed too concentrated. I need it to move, but it can only, like, how does that make sense? So I tried, like, gradients. I tried all sorts of things. In the end, I had the dorsal side of the wing, like, similar to her legs, where it was, like, the darker color, and then the starry sort of stuff. And then on the ventral side, I ended up doing the galaxy look. And I think that kind of works. I kind of like it. Honestly, looking back, I could have done some sort of light gradient, but I mean, I tried it, so I'm going to trust my past self with that. I think it's, yeah, I quite like it. And then in terms of like headcanon stuff for this character, I went back and forth a little bit on how, like, because like I'm not doing headcanon stuff like seriously for this. I'm just sort of drawing these designs for fun and adding headcanon stuff as flavoring, I guess. Just, you know, my little bits and pieces. But I went back and forth with this a lot, and like how to have this work. And in the end, I kind of like figured, look, these characters, like, oh, this show portrays, you know, a monarchy or an absolute monarchy, especially one that's sort of ruled by literal gods or demigods. At least that's how I see Celestia and Luna. And that's like weird. Like, I don't know, it's not like, I feel like it's not necessarily a revolutionary idea to think that monarchy bad, you know? they're not good. So like, doesn't matter how I thought of this, there wasn't really any way I could make these characters necessarily like good. Cause, you know, I don't know, absolute ruling is inherently bad, and especially if you look at a lot of the show's stuff, like, I'm not gonna get into it, but I don't know, it's some weird stuff. So yeah, I couldn't really, like, if I were to do, like, a full-on headcanon with this, Luna and Celestia and all the princess queen stuff would change a lot. But I'm not doing that, so we're just gonna ignore the monarchy thing for the sake of this video and for the sake of cool, fun designs. So, yeah, Queen Luna. Oh yeah, that's the other thing. I'd obviously, like, they did princess because, like, ooh, princess. Ooh, like, because it's a kid show. But, yeah, she's a queen, not a princess. Okay, we gotta get that clear. She is a queen. The queen of the night, of the moon. But yeah, I really like how this turned out, to be honest. I also struggled so much with what to do with the background. Because to try to, like, contrast with her design. With the other characters, I could just do like a white background, but this one, obviously, like, if I did that, I could do that, but like, I needed to show off the glowiness of her hair and stuff, so it's not a white background. And then, oh yeah, that's right, that's what I was gonna say. I wanted to put a halo on her as well, but I didn't, because, as you can see, this design is already very complex. So I ditched the halo because I couldn't fit anywhere, and instead I put it in the background, like just as the background shape, I guess. So I'm glad I remembered what I wanted to say. Anyway, yeah, that's it. So, Luna, I hope you guys like it. If, I don't know, you can share your opinion on how you think I did in the comments, if you like. You can also suggest more characters for me to draw if you want. If I do more, I probably will do Celestia next. Another character I actually saw a lot of people mention was Applejack. To my surprise, I was like, oh, okay. So yeah, you guys can continue suggesting if you like. Thanks for watching. I'll see you next time. Bye bye!